Hi guys, welcome to another HOI4 video. In today's video we're gonna play as the most based country in the Americas, and that is Mexico. Regular difficulty, urban mode off, historical focuses on, and let's start. My goal as Mexico is to conquer entire Americas, so both the North America and the South America. For first focus I'm gonna go for Plan of Agua Prieta. Let's research basic machine tools and construction 1. Let's build mills in our southern states. Let's draw a phobic line like this. And as for production, I'm going to produce only guns for now, and convoys. And let's shift and exercise our army, and I think we are ready. Let's go. And let's go for Jefe Maximo, so we can actually get some political power. And now let's go for Legacy of Revolution. RIP Ethiopia. You will be missed. I'll have to keep an eye out for this, or we're gonna end up in a civil war. Legacy of Revolution is finished, let's go for the gold shirts. And let's research Dispersed Industry 1. After construction 1 I'm going to research improved machine tools, so I can produce more guns. And a few more days and my army is fully armed. I'm going to train more divisions. Let's train 27 of these divisions. These are pretty small divisions, only 3 battalions as you can see. I just want to deploy them as soon as I can. The gold shirts is finished. I'm going to go for revolutionary movements, since this is going to give us free civs. And I'm going to hire one of the best political advisors in the game, and that's this guy. Syncretic Revanchist. Not only does he give us fascist support, he also lets us justify way faster, and also lets us justify when the world tension is low. Now I can literally justify against USA, and I couldn't because I'm not aligned. But let's not do that yet. And let's deploy these divisions. 3 of them will go to the first army, while the rest of them will go to the new second army. And finally I built my first factory. Now let's go for Solidaras, this will give me 2 mills. Let's deploy more of these divisions. Let's get infantry expert. After Dispersed Industry 1, I'm gonna go for Dispersed Industry 2, and it's December 1936, which means it's time to start justifying against the USA. If I do it directly, I'm gonna cause so much world tension, as you can see. Instead, I'm gonna justify on their weak puppet of Philippines, only 2% world tension. Let's deploy more of these divisions. Solidaras is finished, and let's control the army. Also, I'll be producing more guns and import some steel from Chile. Let's go for the first option. Let's go for the second option. That was really rare, having 2 church events the same day pretty much. Talking about church authority, I must keep them somewhere in the middle. I don't want atheist state or Catholic state, because then we might end up in a civil war. Control the army is finished, I have to do something about this. So let's do national bank, and then let's do liberalize the banking sector. After improved machine tools, I'm gonna go for electronic mechanical engineering, and let's deploy more of these guys. They do not know how strong our hardships have made us. Liberalize the banking sector, and let's deploy last 2 divisions. I'm gonna give them garrison orders. They'll protect ports and air bases in our coastal states. However, not in Baja California, because we don't care about Baja California. This focus is finished, which means the war is delayed. Let's go for strike breaking. And let's also get financial expert. For 75 political power, we're gonna get -5% consumer goods. After engineering, we're gonna go for radio. Let's get army regrouping expert, and justification is finished. I'm gonna rearrange my army a little bit. 10 divisions will be here, the remaining 14 will be here. Most of the fighting is gonna happen in Texas, and strike breaking is finished. Let's end land reform. I want to go for limited conscription before the war, so let's do this focus. It's gonna give me 200 political power. And let's go for construction 2. I won't be able to go for limited conscription when I start the war, since it's offensive war and I won't have war support. And now we're gonna get tons of political power, and let's go for limited conscription. Let's go for urban development now. And I'm gonna declare war on the USA now. However, not directly at the USA, let's declare it on Philippines. Well, they navally invaded here. This war is going to revolve around this port right here. I don't want to take it, I want to take these provinces and cut it off from the USA. I also have to make sure to take San Antonio because it has a supply hub. I'm going to let this division escape, we don't care about it. Let's take this province, and now let's set up a troll zone around this port. You see, division just arrived, and they will destroy it. And that's our first victim. Have to keep doing this over and over again. Let's give our guys a general and also a field marshal. Let's do war propaganda against USA. Another division just arrived. Let's destroy it. I must not take this port though. Urban development is finished. Let's go for this focus and let's get a research slot. Also, I'm trying to encircle some of the divisions here. And that's our first division that's encircled. Let's destroy it now. I'm also going to deploy some more of these divisions. And another one arrived here. Let's destroy it. They're naval invading down here. I think we'll be able to defend it. And 2 divisions destroyed. Let's try to encircle this division now. And another division arrived here. Let's destroy it. And another one. Let's destroy them both. And let's try to destroy this division as well. They passed Neutrality Act despite the fact that they're at war. Yes, HOI4. HOI4. Let's check the casualties real quick. We got 4,000s, they got 71,000s. Pretty good. Reduce research, let's go for mechanical computing. USA is still attacking here. Let's build mills here. Also, all the divisions that are defended from naval invading here are gonna go to the closest port, which is this port, so I have to keep an eye out for them. They often come and then just escape, so I must catch them. As you can see, this is one division. And we go to our 3rd research slot. Let's do privatization now. Now let's research support weapons 1. One more just arrived, let's destroy it. Another one bites the dust. Look, we got funny number of convoys. 21st century humor. We just deployed 12 divisions, let's train another 12. And that's the end of the Spanish Civil War. Surprisingly, nationalist Spain won. Let's defend this at all costs. Let's get new guns. I think we're gonna be able to defend this. Privatization is finished. Let's finally go for revanchist revolution and let's switch to fascism. They stopped attacking us. Let's destroy these 2 divisions. This division is also encircled. Let's destroy it as well. Look at this. Imagine being these guys fighting in planes, being attacked from 6 sides, being outnumbered 12 to 1 by Mexicans. Must be a nightmare. They got 180,000 casualties. I think once they hit 200,000, we should be able to push in easily. And they sent another division. Actually, not 1, but 3. I'm obviously going to have no mercy and I'm going to destroy all 3 of them. 1 managed to escape, but still 2 got destroyed. And they got over 200,000 casualties. Now let's start pushing in. I got another 12 divisions here. And let's create a new template. The template is just gonna have 1 cavalry battalion and let's train 24 of them. Actually no, let's train even more. Let's train 48. Let's destroy these 2 divisions in Houston. And now we're gonna go fascist. Yay! Let's go for extensive conscription right away. And let's go Caudillo private armies. Support weapons 2. They're desperately trying to navally invade here again. Let's deploy these cavalry divisions. Aggressive, and they're gonna go here. Spearhead order, they'll have to take southern states of the USA. These guys will also attack with them. We have 108 divisions. Well, most of them are terrible, but still, over 100 divisions. Another division arrived here, let's destroy it. The bait is still working. Oh no, a powerful division, let's just overwhelm it with our infinite terrible divisions. And let's destroy it with our 11 cast plates. The worst thing is that it actually works. Or well, the best thing. And we got ourselves new guns. Let's improve them and let's produce them. Let's get superior firepower. Oh no, they have a division in Florida. Let's just do the same thing again. Overwhelm them and then destroy them with their non-existent air force. Best strategy ever. Let's build more mills in Mexico City and let's improve infrastructure here, here and here. And Caudillo private armies, and this focus is also finished. Let's support General Cedillo and finally we no longer have to worry about the Civil War. Let's go for computing machine. Let's deploy more of this cavalry. Another one in Richmond. Once again the same strategy. Terrible divisions, non-existent air force. Let's take this port finally. And Washington has just fallen. Let's take the other cities in the boss rush. And let's get more guns. Also let's switch to local police force. Let's rush the victory points in California now. Let's go for Dispersed Industry 3. And finally we entered California. Repelled Talier's law, despite the fact that we are him. Is this enough? Yes, it is enough. Look at this beauty. We took out the United States. I'm gonna satellite Philippines. Now they're my puppet. I'm gonna take all the states of the USA except for Alaska and I'm gonna puppet them there. Oh no, we don't have enough score. What am I gonna do? Just pass a couple of times. They instantly turned to gray. Why did I do this? Why didn't I puppet them fully? Well, if I puppeted them, I would get most of their military factories, but just a quarter of their civilian factories. And the USA mostly has civilian factories and no military factories. Also would get no naval dockyards, but that's less important. Alright, we won the war. Let's delete these 36 divisions. Let's delete these 24. Let's switch my entire army to this template. Now I've got tons of civilian factories. I'm just gonna build military factories in Mexico using the American civilian industry. Oh, and since we're fascist, we can now go for war economy. Yes. And let's go for improved workers' conditions. Since we have terrible stability at the moment, only 35% and we are at peace. Mexico ever be like. Alright, we finished this focus. Let's go for abolish capital punishment, then I can go for state education. Let's produce 5 factories of guns for now, 15 of CAS, later more guns, and later some artillery as well. And let's research new guns. I can now ask for licensed production from the USA, and I will. Let's get their trains, support equipment, trucks. I'll produce some trucks though, maybe 3 factories will be good enough for now. Also, let's edit this template, this one, remove artillery, remove artillery. Let's make this our garrison template. What? How did the USA... What? Excuse me, what? What's going on? How did the USA get this? Or Puppet USA got all the stuff in the Americas for some reason. This is great. Let's train some actual divisions, and let's produce more guns for now. We abolish the capital punishment, and let's go for state education, so we can have our 4th research slot. Let's get the army of fence expert. This dude was trying to start a civil war. I hate him. And let's do some promises of peace. After computing machine, I'm gonna go for construction 3, and we got our 4th research slot. Let's go for this thing, and let's research advanced machine tools. Let's move these 48 divisions into a new army. They'll basically protect our coast. Inside we'll be fighting allies, and they have big navy. They might try to naval invade, so let's not let that happen. Let's deploy these 12 divisions, now let's shift and exercise them. I'm going to train another 12. Let's go for this option, and let's build more mills all around Mexico. And let's research support equipment. And let's deploy these guys. We research new guns, let's improve artillery, and let's produce new guns. Also, I'll be taking all the American as well as Filipino divisions, and I'll be putting them into garrison army. This thing is finished. Let's go for engineering school and rip Albania and Czechoslovakia. Look at this powerful Mexican industry. Let's produce more artillery, and support weapons are researched. Let's go for improved computing machines since we got the research bonus. We got less than 50% war support, so we got this thing, but I'm gonna do war propaganda. Engineering schools is finished, and let's finally do television innovators. This is 140 days focus, but we don't get our 5th research slot. Construction 3 is researched. Let's get CAS 2. Let's train another army. Let's produce even more guns. Let's go for this option. And finally, let's go for delay. Advanced machine tools are researched. I'm gonna research transport ships. And let's get 9039 artillery. Once again, I'm gonna go for this option. And here comes the World War II. I'll have to start preparing for it. Let's deploy this army. It's not fully armed, but still that's good enough. First army will go here, and second army will go on the western part of the Canadian border. The Allies are going to be distracted by Germany in Europe, so I should be able to easily take out Canada. And the Warsaw has fallen, and I think it's time. I won't justify on Canada directly, because then it takes 140 days. I'm gonna justify on Britain instead. This way it takes only 20 days, because they are in a major war. After I'm done building stuff in Mexico, I'm gonna build military factories in high infrastructure American states, and let's produce more CAS. Let's go for this option again, as well for this option. I need to get that stability. And justification for Britain is finished. I'm gonna declare war on them right away, and now also on Canada. And let's just push into Canada. I'll try to capitulate them as soon as I can. And look at this, their capital is in Edmonton. I'm not going to join the Axis. Look at this, this is very weird looking front line right here. And we took Edmonton, still they're not capitulating. Let's deploy some CAS here, and Canada has capitulated. Let's just destroy these divisions. They do exist on this island here, but I don't care about them. My American puppets somehow got Dutch stuff as well. They got Suriname and Curaçao somehow. I have no idea how, but they did. Let's start justifying against Central American countries. I'm gonna do this manually. Let's first start with Guatemala. We got our 5th research slot, so I'm gonna go for Spanish Civil War refugees now. I'm gonna improve my artillery even further. Let's also go for improved infantry equipment too. These pockets are destroyed, and let's send the entire army to Guatemala. Second army will go to Veracruz, and I'm gonna draw a naval invasion to Cuba. Oh no, mutinies in the army. Let's hold a patriotic speech and hope it gets good. Research transport ship, let's go for landing craft. And let's move our CAS into southern Mexico. Also, I'll be building some airports here. Let's research advanced computing machine. What? Germany has capitulated in November 1939. That's extremely fast. Wow, good job Germany. Spanish Civil War refugees is finished. I'm not gonna pick any focuses. I want to go to the positive amount of political power so I can actually justify against countries. Let's go for state service military for even more political power. Good speech, yay. And finally, justification for Guatemala is finished. Let's justify against El Salvador. They're fascist and I don't want them to join Axis. I want them to join the Allies. Also, let's produce even more chaos. Now let's go for Falangist veterans. And justification for El Salvador is finished. I'm gonna go for Honduras now. And let's declare war both on Guatemala and on El Salvador. Let's make sure that chaos is supporting our guys. And let's push into Guatemala. And our first victim, Guatemala, has capitulated. Let's capitulate El Salvador now. And let's justify on Nicaragua. El Salvador is taken out. Honduras is next. Let's improve artillery. And let's push into Honduras. Falangist veterans is finished. Let's go for Hispanic Alliance. And let's justify on Costa Rica now. Bye bye Honduras. And we got ourselves CAS 2. Let's go for Dispersed Industry 4. And let's produce CAS 2. Nicaragua, here we come. Nicaragua has been taken out. Costa Rica is next. Let's justify against Panama. And Costa Rica, here we come. I'm just gonna walk into their capital, I'm not even gonna fight them. Let's finally produce some support equipment. 10 factories would be good enough. And Costa Rica is capitulated. Finally, let's go for Panama. And declare war. The fall of Cairo. Italy is doing good in Africa. Well done, Italy. And we took out the only division Panama had. I'm not going to capitulate Panama, because I'm going to do war propaganda against them. And let's start justifying on Dominican Republic, since I don't want them to join the Axis. And let's declare war on Dominican Republic. Now I'm going to justify Venezuela. Once again, I don't want them to join the Axis. And let's declare war on them too. Now let's justify on Peru. And let's give these guys trucks. And finally, let's declare war on Peru. Now I'll start justifying against Colombia. All of the fascist countries in Latin America are now in the Allies. Except for us, obviously. And finally, we took out Panama. Colombia is next. And let's declare war on them now. The Hispanic Alliance. Best thing is nobody's gonna join this because I'm gonna attack everyone. Let's go for Coastal Defense Plan. Oh, let's go for Support Weapons Free. Mobile Defense. And Colombia, I think, will capitulate now. Yes, they just did. And we research landing craft. I'm gonna go for Construction 4 now. And let's send this second army to the border of Venezuela. And let's start justifying on Ecuador. You guys go here. They'll try to take out Venezuela now. More trucks. We finish Coastal Defense Plan. Let's do March southwards. This focus is useless now, but I need to finish it so I could then do this focus and this focus. And Venezuela is taken out. Let's take out this encirclement right here. And that's it. Let's declare war on El Salvador. And the first army will go here. Let's make sure that the planes are supporting them. March southwards is finished. Let's do Unify Central America. Ecuador is taken out. Election campaign begins. Ridiculous. No elections in this country. We are too based for that. Let's improve this airport here. Look at this line. Look how they have to go like to the southeast and then west. And we're pushing into Peru. And we've finished Unified the Central America. Look, I can't do this focus because I'm in faction with my puppet. Let's not do any focuses for now. I'm going to annex my puppet USA. Also, I'll be sending them tons of convoys. Let's send them 1,800 convoys. Yeah, it should be more than enough. That way I'm gonna get their entire navy, which is giant. Let's get our own trucks now. Let's try to take Lima. Aircrew surveys. But before I annex my puppet USA, I should garrison all the stuff that they own. So let's train some more weak divisions that I'm gonna use for garrison orders. Let's go for assembly line production. This is the worst part about invading Peru. As you can see, I'm out of my range here. My bombers can't do anything. And they are defending in Lima. So I'll have to do force attack. And Dispersed Industry 4 is researched. I'm gonna get military police now. And we did it. We took Lima, which has an airport, which means we're gonna have air superiority here again. I'm gonna start justifying on Bolivia now. And they capitulated finally. Justification for Bolivia is finished. Let's improve this airport real quick. I like it how the best infrastructure in Peru is in these two states, which have like no population, while the rest of the country is undeveloped. And let's deploy these guys. And let's make sure they protect all the stuff USA owns, as well as Canada. Let's annex the USA now. And I got one more factory, but look at this giant navy now. Let's send them to Veracruz. And now let's do integrate the south. More guns. Declare war on Bolivia. Now let's push into Bolivia. And also let's justify on Chile. Look at this. Oh, it bugged. It says Santa Cruz is their capital and it was somewhere like here. And that's not where Santa Cruz is. Very funny indeed. And they have capitulated too. The next one is Chile. Let's take second army. Let's try a naval invasion from Panama City to Haiti. And let's just found Haiti now. And let's declare war on Chile. Suez Canal blown. When did I do that? Oh, I thought it's Panama Canal. It's actually Suez, yeah. Oh no, the Frenchies are taking the Caribbean. Let's get some CAS in here. And when the CAS arrives, they won't be able to do anything. Justification for Haiti is finished. Let's build an airport in Jamaica so I can actually support my guys. And let's push into Chile. This is gonna be a very long march. Yes, I managed to encircle 5 Chilean divisions here. That's great. Let's take Santiago and let's end this madness. And Santiago is found. I think they're gonna capitulate. Yes, they did. Now let's just find Argentina now. Formation flying. And I'm destroying them here. I did it. I finally took these islands. I finished Integrate the South. Let's do rescind the Mexican cession. I'm running out of manpower, so I have to start coring stuff. Let's core Guatemala and El Salvador, since they have the biggest population. Let's also go for Belize. And let's declare war on Argentina. And let's push. Look at this nice encirclement. Disperse support. Let's train another army of these small divisions. Now let's justify on Uruguay now. Italy has called Legion in Romania as our ally in Italian-Nicaraguan war. Let's get 9042 artillery. And I'm rushing Buenos Aires now. And finally, Buenos Aires is gonna fall. It just did. That's some nice 7 divisions that I'm gonna destroy. And finally, let's deploy these 24 divisions. They're gonna have a front line like this in the Amazon rainforest. Now let's take out Uruguay. And let's now redeem Aztlan. This will give me course on 7 states in the southwestern USA. Let's go for atomic research and military police too. Also, I'll be giving these guys military police. And let's core Honduras and Nicaragua. And finally, let's declare war on Uruguay. Let's build more mills in the USA. And let's go for excavation 1, since I'm running out of resources. And let's justify against Brazil finally. I'm not going to attack Paraguay. I'm going to use them as live shield. Yeah, that's the best use I can have for Paraguay. And let's try to take the Guayanas. Let's justify on Haiti once again. And let's declare war on Brazil. And now let's declare war on Haiti. You guys will do naval invasion support. And let's send some planes to Jamaica as well. Look at them go. Look at them go. Let's go for excavation 2. And this is just too easy. My entire navy and 600 planes are supporting my entire army attacking poor Haiti. And we just destroyed it. Let's do the same for Dominican Republic now. And Dominican Republic is taken out as well. Let's justify against Cuba. Sao Paulo has fallen. Oh, these are heavy tanks. Let's move my guys to Veracruz. Oh, they just left their capital unprotected. Very smart of them. And let's finally take Cayenne. My planes have arrived, so this should be pretty easy. And let's declare war on Cuba. And second army once again. Let's integrate Costa Rica and Panama. Japan is justifying against us. I'm just gonna join the Great Restation. And now Japan and I are friends. They are justifying against Philippines. They're my puppet. Oh, look at this. 6 divisions encircled here. Just realize how big Brazil is. Let's go for dive bombing. And let's finally take out Cuba. And Cuba has capitulated as well. Finally, let's justify against Paraguay. And justification is finished. Let's force attack from one last time. And I think they're gonna capitulate once I take this city. By the way, this is the most populated Brazilian state. They did capitulate. But look at this. Oh my god, look at this mess. Let's get dispersed industry 5. Now let's finally integrate the Panama Canal. Germany just declared war on the Soviets, and I'm trying to sort out this mess in Brazil. Let's re-justify in Paraguay again. Look at this. 7 divisions here. Let's move our second army to Paraguay. There's so many divisions here. And we finally finished this focus. Now we got negative political power, but we core 7 states in the USA. Somehow resistance is growing there. I have no idea how. And our core population is almost 40 million now. Let's go for Liberate the Caribbean focus now. And let's finally declare war on Paraguay. Force attack for the win. And Brazilian mess is solved. And they have capitulated. Let's just take this one province now, and I think I conquered all the Americas. Except for this island here, these islands up here, and Galapagos Islands here. And you know what? Let's take out Britain now. I'm gonna ask Germany for military access. I'm gonna move 2 of my armies here in Europe. Let's try their naval invasions. And let's move my navy as well. Overwhelming firepower. I guess we're gonna produce more artillery, more guns, more convoys, more everything, pretty much. I like it how we conquered 2 continents and still less than half of our population likes this war. How much war participation do we have? 30%. Well, that's good enough. Almost as much as Italy and Germany. We inflicted lots of casualties. The fall of Hong Kong. Good job. Good job, Japan. You took Hong Kong and we took 2 continents. I'm gonna be so salty about this. I finished Liberated Caribbean. Let's do Integrated Caribbean. I could have done war propaganda and got total mobilization, but I didn't. Well, still, this is good. And Ireland decided to join the Allies. Why the hell? Allies are obviously losing. Well, let's naval invade Ireland first. Let's punish them for joining the war. And let's launch a naval invasion. And let's go. They're gonna bomb our guys a little bit, but it's okay. And let's go. Let's take Ireland out. And that's it. Ireland is taken out. Let's now launch an invasion into England, and let's deploy 2000 CAS planes here, and London has fallen to Mexican troops. Historical AI on, very funny. And let's send in the second army from Ireland as well. And we entered Scotland, which means that scientists were right. There is life in Scotland after all. And here we go, peace deal. Let's just hope that Germany doesn't take all. And I did it. Here's the peace deal. I took all of the Americas, I took British Raj, Indonesia, Australia, New Zealand. I also made a funny Yugoslavian puppet. Look how funny it is. It even has this state in Poland for some reason. I also made a funny British Empire in England and Wales, which doesn't even have Northern England. And I also took Ireland. And I'm gonna stop the video here. I don't think there's any point in playing anymore, or at least recording, because the video is going to be very long anyway. And yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you liked it. If you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments. If you liked it, then yeah, like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, that's it. See you in the next one. Bye.